Hey, zombie dodgers and language lovers, and welcome back to Language Lab, where we unpack the vocabulary that you didn't know you need until the apocalypse hit.
Uh-oh. Yep. And in our previous episode, the zombie apocalypse, we tackled survival scenarios, zombie strategies, and some truly questionable bunker etiquette. So now it's time to dissect the language that snuck in like a stealthy zombie.
Yep, and we're gonna start with a big one, the apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
So, the apocalypse is not just end of the world stuff, it's a whole vibe drama, destruction, and usually bad lighting. So, it's like the end of the world plus the end, like the humanity is in danger, either because of humanity
Mm-hmm.
or some, I don't know, outer space
Something that's coming
danger
to
or
endanger.
zombies or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Okay. So we also use the expression to lay out a scenario because we were laying out the scenario of a zombie apocalypse when we were talking
Mhm.
about it. So basically, to lay out a scenario is to like paint a picture in words, like imagine a situation. So, when we were like, you wake up, the streets are empty, the bread aisle is ransacked, creepy violin music. So this is how you kind of like lay out a scenario, and then we also use the expression to set the scene. Same
Mhm.
meaning. It's just like storytelling, right? So it's just imagining the situation.
Yep. And I guess that we should probably have led with this one because in our episode, the previous episode, we were using a lot of sentences that started with, what would you do if?
Yes,
And
yes.
for every language learner out there, hello, hello. You guys are probably very familiar with this structure and you can recognize it as the
Second
second
conditional.
conditionals.
Okay, so do you want to give just like a quick rundown of what is the second conditional?
So the second conditionals usually describe some hypothetical imaginary
Yeah,
situations, and they usually consist of two parts.
yeah,
The one, the scenario or like the hypothetical situation
yeah.
itself, that usually starts with um, if,
Yes,
and then the result
yes.
of this situation.
Yeah. So, like, for example, if there was a zombie apocalypse, then I would, etc. So, it's a situation that is not real, it's imaginary.
Yes, but I mean, like in the scenario that we set, like
Yeah.
it's very non-real, but some of the situations could be very real. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what would you do if I don't know, they closed down Eden Center, for
Yeah.
example?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, it's
But it's not
also not
real.
a
Yeah,
very
it's
real
not real. Like,
situation.
yeah, so we do use a second conditional for unreal
Yes,
situations, but even like not as unreal as a zombie apocalypse, you're saying. Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
So it's something hypothetical.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And we're not going to be delving into grammar here, but maybe some of our episodes
Mhm.
we will
Mhm.
do that.
Yeah. Okay, so our next expression I think that Helen used was gung ho. And I mean, I feel like this is probably not originally an English expression, but it's something that we use when we say something is like with a lot of excitement or a lot of enthusiasm, like maybe just sometimes too much enthusiasm, like when you're just in that like punching, fighting spirit.
Hmm.
So let's say like, okay, we're gonna go gung ho when the zombie apocalypse happen. We're just gonna fight all the zombies.
Yep.
That's gung ho.
Yep.
Yeah.
Totally. The next one that we used was a great expression, get my bearings. And to get your bearings, it means that you need just like a second or a minute to take some time to understand where you are, what is happening, and why is your neighbor being eaten by a zombie.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, just take some time,
Breathe.
get your bearings.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we said this a few times. I think we even said it at the same time at some point. We said just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Just in case, just in case. And so like just in case means like in the event of an accident, right? So in if something happens, you want to be prepared
Mm-hmm.
about something, right? So it's like get a bunch of flashlights and batteries and cans of tuna and save them in your uh, closet just in case,
Yep.
right? Because you might in the future you might need them.
Yeah, you need to be prepared.
Exactly.
The next couple of words that were used somewhere like in the same context, and we asked, what's your first instinct when chaos hits, when the zombie apocalypse happens? So the first instinct means like, what is your natural first action? What would you do
Mm-hmm.
if this would happen? The next one, we put it in a nice example, asking someone, do you reveal your hiding spot to save someone? And to reveal means to show or to tell someone a secret. So to show someone something secretive. And the last word that we use in this section was to surrender. And to surrender means to give up a battle and just go and join the
I
zombies.
give up.
Yep,
Yeah.
I surrender.
Surrender. Yeah. Okay, so I think I said this, is that I
Hmm.
do not have the hero mentality. And the hero mentality is like you're the main character and it's your job to like save the world no matter what it takes. This idea, it mentality is like the idea of it. So the hero mentality is like I need to save everyone. I need to help everyone. I'm the hero in this case. And it's just this mindset that you have.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Not
A-
only in the setting of an
no,
apocalypse.
no, no. And in any case,
Hmm.
you could be like at your job and you have a hero mentality where it's like I'm the hero and I need to save everyone from whatever they're doing. That's the hero mentality. The other one that we also mentioned was when you're fighting a losing battle. And I kind of like this one because it means a little bit like you're hopeless, right?
Hmm.
Like I don't know, for example, a spaghetti spoon and you have no plan, you're a little bit doomed. Just things are hopeless and you're 100% going to lose this fight. And that's when you say you're fighting a losing battle.
Yeah, but you're still fighting.
You're still fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next one, we were talking about a chaser and a chasee. And we did use this pair of words before
Hmm.
with these endings when we were
The
talking about
suffixes.
the interviewer and interviewee. So everything is very simple here. So the suffix er, like chaser or interviewer, is normally for the person who does the action,
Hmm.
and chasee or interviewee is the person receiving the action.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the it. There is like other bunch of words like employer, employee,
Employee. Exactly.
trainer, trainee.
Yep. Yep.
Yep,
Very all have the same meaning.
yep. So now
Doing
you
the
know.
action, receiving the
Yep.
action. Yeah. All right, next, we've got the word bunker. And if you have ever watched any sort of like post apocalyptic movies, you'll see the bunkers. You'll know what I'm talking about. But a bunker is basically this underground safety like cave. So it locks, it protects you from whatever is the danger outside. And usually the bunker will have all of the basic essentials like the canned
Hmm.
food, the water, supplies, things like that. And then we also use the word hoarder. And a hoarder is essentially like somebody who will like gather supplies or gather things and they will never throw them away. Like they just have a whole bunch of supplies and they just keep them. So if you think about an animal like a chipmunk,
Oh yeah, they are
chipmunks are
hoarders.
hoarders because they gather nuts and they gather food to save for, I guess, the winter.
Yep.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people like that too. And
Yeah.
yeah,
The next ones that we have is we'll circle back to that. Circle back is a classic corporate delay tactic, but I guess that we can also use it as a post-apocalyptic planner.
Sure.
Yeah, but to circle back means like we'll get back to it at some point. I mean, you can actually get back to it or never get back to
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
but yeah. Another word, a great one, was the word barter. And the barter is the thing that you can trade for something else. Like in the setting of an apocalypse, you can trade your socks for some batteries,
Hmm.
for example, or I don't know, a bottle of water for, I don't know,
Something else you
some
need.
socks. Yeah, the
Yeah,
ones that you traded before, maybe.
maybe. Yeah.
And also there was a word, we were in a doubt, like whether we want to share this or not, but we decided that we want to, especially when talking about the apocalypse
Hmm.
or some emergency situations. And the expression is a first aid kit. And the first aid kit is like a little bag or a box with some medical supplies, the ones that people might need to use like the very first, when
Immediately.
immediately when
Yeah.
something happens. It can be something like, I don't know, peroxide, some
Band-aids, gauze,
gauze,
scissors.
band-aids, yep, and stuff like this.
Yeah.
Maybe some polysporin,
Hmm.
some, I don't know, painkillers and
Yeah,
stuff like that. Yep.
exactly. All right, moving on. So we had like when the zombies show up, your adrenaline kicks in. And your adrenaline is this initial just rush that you have in your body, this sudden burst of energy. Right? So when the zombies come and you have this adrenaline, you're like, "Oh my God, run now." That's your adrenaline kicking in. Um, and then we were also talking about like scratches or bruises or things like that. A scratch is essentially just like when your body just gets like a nick on it. Like it's just
Hmm.
like when your body is scratched. There's no blood. There's no um, real big harm, but that's
It's not like a
essentially,
wound, but
yeah.
still,
It's not a
yeah.
wound. Yeah, it's just like a small little surface.
That's being affected.
Yeah, yeah. And we also said like when it comes down to it, right? When it
Hmm.
comes down to it, basically it's like your final choices. So when it comes down to it, it's like these are my last options, right? So it's like when it comes down to, choosing between your best friend and your, I don't know, your favorite canned peaches, I don't know. You have to
Yeah,
make a choice.
you have to make a
Yeah,
choice. Good one.
difficult
Yeah.
choice.
We were also talking about taking out zombies. And when you take out someone, it's not like you take someone out for a nice date or
Oh,
a meal at a
yeah,
restaurant.
different.
Yeah. So when you say take out someone, it means that you destroy them.
Yeah,
Yep. You destroy them.
they are gone.
They're gone. Yeah. So in this context, when we're talking about the zombie apocalypse, we're going to take out zombies. Don't take zombies out.
No.
I mean,
I
unless they're
mean,
from the movie The Zombieland,
if that's your
or
thing,
yeah,
go for
then like no judgment here. We listen and we don't judge. Yeah.
it.
And we were also talking about probably taking up some martial arts training or course. So, martial arts are fighting sports or skills, something like karate or judo or kung fu. So, those are called martial arts.
Hmm.
And we also mentioned the word inventory. And inventory is like a list of the things that you have a supply of. So even right now, after this episode, you guys might want to go and take an inventory of your, what's this called? Pantry?
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 Yeah,
Yeah, like one of your cabinets in the kitchen and see like about your
just in
supplies,
case.
just in
Hmm.
case. Yep.
All right. So Helen just mentioned the inventory. And let's say, for example, your inventory is low. Then a couple of expressions that you can use is run out of or run low on. They're essentially the same meaning, but it means basically like you have a low amount of something. So I can say like when I'm driving my car, I say, "Ooh, I'm running out of gas. I need to go to the gas station and fill up."
Mm-hmm.
Or like just I'm running, you know, I'm running low on patience. Like,
Which does happen
which
to all of
does
us.
happen
It does happen
especially
to
as
the
a
best of
teacher.
us.
Yeah,
Yep.
as a teacher, exactly. And another word that we used was backfire. So when like your plans backfire, it means basically like it did not go as planned, right? So like um, my plan to distract the zombies with my gorgeous, beautiful face, it backfired. good, good luck to me, I guess.
Well, I guess in this case, you can delegate this task to someone else.
Someone better, someone prettier than me.
And we're here with another word that we used, and I just now used the word delegate
Mm-hmm.
because smart survivors are good at delegating stuff. And when you delegate a task, it means that you give someone else a job or a task, and you know that that person is good at this task. So you are delegating that task to them.
Mm-hmm.
We also use an expression of bearing the weight on your shoulders. And if you're bearing the weight on your shoulders, it means that you're taking too much responsibility or that you have a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
And I believe that the English expression, like heavy lies the crown, means the
On the
same.
head. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Heavy lies the crown on your head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it means that you have like a lot of responsibility for people. We also did use a good word, vigilant. And vigilant means that you are alert and aware of your surroundings. So either it's a zombie apocalypse or you're going home late at night from the subway station. You have to stay
Stay
vigilant.
vigilant.
Yep. Be aware of your
Yeah.
surroundings and stay alert. And we wanted to finish this episode on a positive note. And there was a word that we used was a word parody. And if you survive long enough to make a parody of the apocalypse, and a parody is a funny version of an event, then you guys win. It's a
Yeah.
win-win.
It's a win-win.
Yep.
Exactly. All right, everybody. So, from scratchy bites to scratchy grammar, this episode gave us all the thrills, minus the zombies. Hopefully, probably,
Probably.
probably.
I don't
Yeah.
know. We'll have to look outside and see what's happening there. Yep. And remember, if it ever comes down to surviving the apocalypse or sounding cool while talking about it, why not both? Bye.
Bye.